Hello, everyone. My name is Linda Peavy, and I am the founder of Cultured Curves, the style blog that is all about sophisticated style, fashion, and beauty for us mature, curvy women. And this is my last style session of the year. So, welcome, everyone. Come on in. I started a little bit early to welcome everyone in. So we're going to get started officially in just about 3 or 4 minutes, but I just wanted to welcome you in. And wow, has this not been an amazing year? I am so thankful for the entire Culture Curves community. Again, this was founded by me. Oh gosh, it's been like 5 years ago. It started with the blog, right? And many of you know about the Culture Curves blog that is all about sophisticated style, fashion, and beauty. And that's where it all started. And the blog, I often include places where we can shop as curvy, mature women, right? Because as I always say, we are not trying to look like we are 19 years old. And so this blog is just full of places to shop. Where do you shop? Like for me, it's winter, right? It's boot season, and I have some calves on me, right? So your typical like wide width boots, they're not going around these legs. So we need to know where do you go to find like true wide width boots? Where do you go to find really like beautiful attire for us curvy women? Look, whether or not you're going to an after five event or a ball or a really dressy occasion, like where do you go? You can't often find these clothes any longer in your retail store. So I started the blog so that you would know where to go. Or let's say you're just taking easy, a casual weekend, and you want to get just a great fitting pair of jeans. Oh my goodness, where do you go to find great fitting jeans? And so that kind of information is what is in the blog. And typically 2, 3 times a month, I would release these blogs, and I still do. And everything started from there. And I just kept hearing from women over and over again that you love the blog, you love the content, but you wanted more. And so really wanted to create this community, right? This community for us mature women when it comes to style and fashion and what do we wear and how do we wear it. But not just the clothing, right? This is about makeup too, because when you are more mature, your skin, right, is aging. You want to make sure you are treating your skin with the utmost care. So the blog also featured posts about anti-aging resources. And from there, this community started. And so many of you are watching this webinar from the Facebook group. So welcome all of you Culture Curves from the Facebook group. And that is an area where you get to learn about like the latest news when the posts are provided, any like late breaking news about fashion, or it's an opportunity for you to share information about your style, questions that you have, right? A favorite outfit that you might want to share. So it's really meant to be interactive. And I'm wanting more of you to feel free to be able to post, maybe when you found out about a great piece of shapewear that you want to share with everyone, or maybe you found a place for bras that fit like really busty chest, right? Because sometimes that's very hard to do. I want the group to be interactive. So I want you to be able to share your information with everyone in the group. So I want you to be able to, certainly feel free to post to the group, right? To post, to share information about your life. This is not just about me. Culture Curves is not just about Linda Peavy, right? It is about you and what you bring to the group and what you bring to the organization and this platform, because this platform, I built this platform for you. as mature curvy women. So I want you to feel welcome to be able to participate. All right. So 7 o'clock, we're going to get started. So this is the last style session of the year. So I want you to be able to take away some really great fashion nuggets for you to take through the season and even into the spring. We're going to cover so much information. So the first thing I'm going to do is to share my screen because yes, I have a presentation for you and we're going to share the screen so that we can get started. We're going to get started and there we go. And hopefully you can see the presentation. Yay. So this is Curvy Chic, a masterclass for effortless style with me as your host. So we're going to go through so much information that you, again, will be able to take with you. And it doesn't matter where you are in your style journey. I want to make sure you understand that. You could maybe not even know what your style is. We're going to cover that. We're going to cover like how do you find the best colors for your complexion? Where do you go, right? Whether you're going to a ballpark or a ball, where can you go? And then first and foremost, how do you make sure your clothes are flattering, right? Your body. And that's all about fit and finding your body shape. So let's get ready. Let's get ready. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is learn just a little bit more about me. This is some of the work that I've done over the last several years. I work with so many different retail partners and fantastic organizations and companies to be able to bring you this content. So we're going to learn a little bit more about me, and then we're going to get started. All right. All right. All right. All right. And for some reason that didn't want to play. This is what happens when you are live. When you are live. Let's go back and see if we can get that to play. If not, we're just going to move right through. Maybe we can come back to it at the end. That's a possibility. Maybe we'll come back to it at the end. All right. We'll see if we can't get to that at the end. All right. So let's get to what we're going to talk about. How do you determine your body shape, right? How do you determine the best colors? You know, oftentimes you'll be wearing an outfit and somebody will say, oh, girl, that is your color. There's a science to it. We're going to talk about that. And then how do you find your signature style? Excuse me. Maybe you are like me, right? You are a girly girl, right? You dress up to go get the mail. Or maybe you are just all about jeans, like you love your jeans. Doesn't matter. You can still wear your jeans or wear your sophisticated outfit with style. We'll talk about that. And then we're going to get to the girls. We're going to talk about how do you find the right bra because we know most of us are wearing the wrong size bra. And then we're going to go to like shoes and hats and accessories because they can make or break an outfit. Oh, and then we're going to talk about the jeans. Like, how do you find the perfect pair of jeans, especially for us curvy bodies? And then skincare. We are mature, so you know that we need to be taking care of our skin. And we are joined by the fabulous Emma Medeiros of Medeiros PR. She is the PR queen, and she's been with me for so long. So welcome, Emma.
Yes, hello. So good to join you guys.
Yes,
The last style session of the year. Oh my goodness.
I know it's the last. Can you believe it? Like, where did the year go?
I'm having trouble. I'm like, it's December. It's
Oh,
December.
oh, I know.
Like, and you know what? It's like when I was a kid, just for the record, when I was a kid, that was the most annoying thing that grown-ups would do. Where did the time go? Oh my God, I can't believe it. That like I swore up and down that I would never do that. I would never be that, but and now I
I
am. Like,
know.
what about my mother? I turned into my mother. How did that
I know. I
happen?
know. I know.
But time flies.
Here we are. Here we are. And
Yes.
I don't know what happened to Halloween. I don't know what happened to Thanksgiving. All I know is that Christmas is here and it's time to get.
Is my yep.
So yes, 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 yes. So I'm just breezing through some of the topics. My little video for my press kit for some reason didn't want to play. Maybe we'll try it at
Ugh,
the end, but that's fine. I want to get to the meat. I want to get to what we're going to talk about. So
yes.
I left off with skincare because, as we age, we've got to take care of our skin. And
We
then
should be
makeup.
taking care of our skin before we age, for the record.
Yes,
There's
yes.
nothing, I know most of us are, 40, 50 plus, whatever, but for future reference, ladies, never too early to start for skincare. Tell your daughters, granddaughters, boys too, for that matter. Nothing girly about having good skin. Start with proper skincare, especially sunscreen and everything. The younger, the better.
And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about truly like the importance of skincare, uh, regardless of your age, because you're right. You have to start early. You have to start early. And then makeup. We're going to talk about makeup and how do you find makeup for not just your skin tone, but your undertone, because that will determine whether or not that makeup is going to turn ashy or
Mm,
orange on your skin. You have to know your undertone. We're going to find that out. And then
yeah.
why is it that when we go into the stores, maybe when you went shopping for Black Friday, you saw a sea of green and a sea of caramel? There is a reason for that. So we're going to talk about why those are such hot colors. If you want to be on trend this fall and winter, those are like the two hot colors. And then we are going to give you a sneak peek as to what will be on those racks in spring. Like, what will
Right
you?
around the corner.
I know it's right around the corner, and what can you expect? So get ready, get ready. And then we're just going to do a Q&A. All right. So we are going to get started. And most of what I'm going to be talking about is taken from the book that I mentioned earlier, the new book, The Culture Curves Guide to Style for Mature Curvy Women, the award-winning book, the only book on the market that talks about style, yes, for curvy women who are more mature. It is the only one on the market. And so much of the chapters that we talk about and the information that we're going to present today can be found in this book. And it is on sale at this amazing, incredible price that we'll talk about a little bit later for the holidays, because you should not only be getting this book for you, but for a friend or auntie or nana or the
Or
BFF
all of the above.
of the above. That's right. That's right. And I'm going to see whether or not this is going to play. I'm having a little bit of trouble with the video. So let's see if the video is going to play for us. Nope, the video is having it's being difficult today, but that's okay. That's okay because we have plenty, plenty, plenty to share with you from the book. Now, body shape. Body shape is everything. Oftentimes, when you go into the store and you buy an article and you wonder when you get it home or when you try it on in the dressing room, like, why doesn't this fit? This is supposed to be my size. Well, it's about more than just a number.
Size means nothing.
It's about your body shape, right? The numbers, exactly, the numbers don't mean anything
Mean
because
nothing.
we all have different body shapes, right? And so the first thing that I want you to do is determine what your body shape is. And there's typically four, like the hourglass, the triangle, which is also the pear. I'm a pear, really, really hippie, right? As compared to my waist and my bust. The rectangle, your bust, your waist, and your hips, almost the same measurement. And then the apple, you have a larger middle. But what I have to tell you, all fruit are good. We love all fruit. There's no one fruit that's better than the other. We love pears and the apples and the bananas and even the hourglass. Yes. So what I want you to do is get out that measuring tape, right? And go to this calculator.net, which is such a phenomenal little resource. You go to calculator.net, you take your bust measurement, your waist measurement, your hip measurement, and you plug those numbers into calculator.net /body hyphen type hyphen calculator. And it's going to let you know what your body shape is. And we're going to talk about what are the styles and the types of clothes that you really want to be geared towards based on your body shape. And this is why it's important, right? Because you may find that beautiful dress that's hanging perfectly on the rack, and then when you try it on, it's a no-go. Well, it probably isn't the best for your body shape. So we're going to talk about what you do. First of all, what are these shapes? Again, the pear, I'm a pear, right? Larger lower bodies and smaller upper bodies. Hips are wider than the shoulders, right? I have what's called a lot of junk in my trunk. I have a big badonkadonk. And those are your pears,
I
right?
like big butt in a kid. Sorry, couldn't resist.
That's right. Don't get me dancing. All right. They're all good. Remember, they're all the fruits are good. And then your apple, right? You're just bigger on the top half, especially around the stomach. You have rounder and fuller stomachs, and then your hips are slimmer. The hourglass, more well proportioned, right? So the hips and the bust almost the same measurement, and then you have a smaller waist. Then you have the bananas, right? The bananas, the bust, waist, and hip, almost the exact same measurement. So after you take that measurement and calculator.net, find out what your body shape is because it will determine really what you should be looking at in terms of styles of clothes. And I'm going to give you some hints here. So, pear shape, that's me. Fit and flare dresses, wide, A-line, peplum, because we have a smaller waist, right? So we want to accentuate the fact that we have a smaller waist, but we want to have flared clothes so that we have enough room for those hips. So again, A-line, peplum, fit and flare dresses. And then if you're going to wear pants, wear a straight cut because what you're wanting to do is balance out your body. You have a much larger bottom than your waist, and the straight cut pant is going to help you just make sure everything is in more alignment. Now,
Yeah.
chunky necklaces, right? Because you have a big bottom, you want some attention brought to the top, right? So a chunky necklace, right, is going to bring the eye upward off of that big badonkadonk. So chunky necklaces, right?
And
Now,
chunky earrings too.
chunky earrings, right? Anything that's going to bring the attention upwards, upwards, upwards. Absolutely, Emma. And then your apple, right? Your apple is fuller in the middle. So wrap dresses, ruche dresses. Why is that important? Because it's bringing you more fabric around the tummy area, right? Which is going to make your stomach and your tummy area look more defined. So your wrap dresses, your ruche dresses, and then any type of attractive prints. You're trying to balance out the body because you have a larger middle. You want to balance out the body and make sure you have attractive prints. It could be leopards or florals or geometrics, right? Pants, flare leg or wide leg pants. Why? You have a bigger tummy. You want the leg of that pant to flare out so that it balances the fact that you have a larger tummy. All right. So wrap dresses, ruche dresses, attractive prints, and then your flare or wide leg pants. Now, the hourglass is proportion, right? Bust and hips almost the same, larger middle. So you can wear fitted clothes, those bodycon dresses, those mermaid dresses, right? They're tight through the hips and they flare out a bit at the calf or below the knee. And then your pencil skirts, right? More fitted clothing. You can certainly get away with wearing a lot more fitted clothing. And last but not least, we love the bananas. Bananas, right? The bust, the waist, and the hip, almost the same measurement. So what do you want to do? You want to accentuate the
Yeah.
waist, sure that your waist looks a little bit smaller compared to your bust and your hips. So what are you doing? Peplum, right? A-line, wide belts, fit and flare. Again, you want to accentuate your waist. You want your waist to look smaller so that it gives the entire body more definition. All right, all right, all right. So I want to give you an example of why this is important, right? We have our friend Sherry Shepherd, and we love Sherry Shepherd. Well, a girlfriend of mine who is a personal stylist, Jasmine Baldry, she posted a picture of Sherry Shepherd on the left, right? Now, Sherry is a banana shape, so her bust and her waist and her hips are about the same measurement. Then she posted a picture of Sherry on the right, and she posted this on her Instagram page, and Sherry Shepherd responded to this. Because if you look at the picture to the left versus the picture to the right, you can see that the blue dress is much more flattering, right? She has a
I can't get used. This is the same person. Like you take your head
Isn't
away, it
that
looks like a different
absolutely
person.
amazing? I mean, this if this
You'd never
does
think
not
that's the same
show
person.
you why it makes a difference to dress for your body shape, because the picture on the right in the blue dress, it looks like she has a smaller waist. It looks like she
But the
has
other
like,
one is
right? It's absolutely beautiful. It's showing curves, right? So this is why it matters. It matters. And again, we love Sherry. We love Sherry. We love Sherry. All
but we
right.
just love Sherry better in the blue dress.
Yeah.
We
But
we just love her more in the blue dress.
the blue dress is far more flattering for her body.
Huge difference. Huge difference. Yeah. She looks
Now,
younger too. I don't know if it's me. She looks younger. I mean, not that she's old, but it's you
no, but when you look
dress
at that,
knowing, just looking that like she understands her body, whatever, that just automatically like takes 10 years off. Is that just me?
isn't that
She
amazing?
looks younger.
Isn't
Yeah.
that amazing?
Not
How
even looking at her face, just her body. Yeah.
exactly, but
Yeah.
when you look at just the body, it's youthful, right?
Mm.
It's sexy, it's youthful. So yes,
Yep.
ladies, it matters. It matters. Okay. All right. So next we're going to go into colors. And you know how sometimes when you wear an outfit and you go outside, or you go to an event, or you go to dinner, and people are saying to you, "Oh, girl, oh, that is your color. That is your color." And you're like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." And you keep going. Well, let me tell you, there's a science to this, right? There, and you want, right, to feel that way every time you leave the house. So you want to be able to determine the best colors for not just your skin tone, but I'm going to introduce a new term to some of you, and that is undertone. And so the undertone is the layer of skin right beneath, the skin. And so it will determine what colors look best on you. You have either a cool undertone, a warm undertone, or neutral, right? So there's 5 different ways that you determine what your undertone is, because look, you could be a different skin tone than someone and have the same undertone. All right. So 5 ways to determine this: vein test, silver or gold. Like, do you look better in silver jewelry or gold jewelry or both? Hair and skin. What is your hair color as compared to your eye color, right? Suntan. How do you tan? Do you tan very easily,
I
right?
don't.
Or do you burn easily, right? Some
I
of us,
don't.
or you can stay out in the sun, all day and be okay. Or colors, like, do you look better in white clothes or off-white clothes, right? So we're going to do a really, really, really quick one here. We're going to do the vein test because that's one of the quickest ways we can determine our undertone. So I want you all to look at your vein in your wrist, right? Now, is that vein green, meaning you have a warm undertone? Is it blue, meaning you have a cool undertone? Or is it purple, meaning that you are neutral, meaning that you are neutral? All right. So let's find out, right? My veins are green, so I have a warm undertone, right? So green veins warm, blue veins cool, purple veins neutral. Now, this will determine what kinds of clothes you wear. Now, let's start with also makeup. Excuse me, because you might notice now, if you go to the more high-end makeup manufacturers, and often you will always find this in the grocery stores, right? Or even in your pharmaceutical, right? Your CVS and your Walgreens that carry makeup. Because we're finding it used to just be with maybe the more prestige cosmetic lines, but now you have the drugstore cosmetic lines, the same thing. They will ask you, right, what is your undertone? And they're making makeup, right, geared towards undertones. So you really need to know which one yours is, because if you buy the same shade in a warm tone foundation versus a cool tone foundation, different colors going to look different on your skin. So even when you are buying makeup, make sure you're going with a manufacturer that incorporates undertone into the color palette that you are provided with. All right. Now, when it comes to your clothes, keep this in mind. Now, this is what looks best on you. And it's not to say that you can't wear other colors, but we're just talking about what really is going to like bring out, right, the beauty in your skin. Cool colors, right? Those veins are blue. You're going to look best in blues and greens and grays, as we see Miss Emma, and Miss Emma
I love me the
has blue
blues.
veins, right? So she is
I'm
cool,
blue-blooded.
right? So blue just looks fantastic and phenomenal on her, blue or especially green, right? Now, if you
I
are,
like the greens, the purples too. Yeah,
yeah,
but specific color
purple,
purple. It has to. It
the
can't have any like.
purples, the
Yeah.
greens. If you look at
Hmm.
the color chart, you'll see what's next to blue. You've got
Hmm.
purple, right? So
Right.
any of those like cool colors will look great. Now, I am a warm color. I have green veins. So for me, browns and corals and golds doesn't mean I can't wear other colors, but those are the colors, right? Your warm colors, especially for me, red, like red, your brown, your corals, your golds. And if you have purple veins, right, you're going to look fantastic in just about any color combination. So find out your undertone because it matters when it comes to your makeup and to your fashion and what really looks good on you. All right. Now, next, I want to talk about, and this is found in chapter 2. So, the first section where we were talking about your style and being able to determine your body shape, all in chapter 1. Chapter 2 is all about you finding your style. And people who know me know I say this all the time. Like, look, if I'm even going out to get the mail, I'm going out in full hair, makeup, you name it, because that is just who I am. I've always been a girly girl, right? But that's okay if you're not. Let's say you're more casual, you like jeans, it's okay. What you need to know is that whether or not you are a girly girl or you like glamour or you like jeans, you can still always look great. You can always do it with style. So I often get asked from women who they can't get out of the black rut. It's like, Linda, I just like I wear black all the
It's
time.
slimming. It's
I
also
know
boring.
it's like is but that's the easy.
Ugh.
You want to bring some color into your wardrobe, and here's a way to do it. Start with red. Red is like a universally flattering color. And start with just a little bit of red, right? It doesn't have to be an entire red outfit or red dress. Maybe wear a red scarf, right? Put on a red scarf with that black dress, right? Wear red pumps with that black dress, right? So just introduce just a little bit of color, or hey, wear red lip, right? Wear a red lip with that black dress, right? As you can see, Emma and I, we love a good
We
red lip.
love our red lips. Oh my God, do we ever go
We
anywhere
love
without
a
red
good red
lips?
lip, right? All right. So for those of you who have difficulty pulling like anything together, like you spend a lot of time in the morning before you go to work or before you go out, you just don't know what to wear. Here's a really smart idea for you. Try a wardrobe capsule. So, a wardrobe capsule means that you have gone through your closet and you've gathered a certain number of dresses, tops, skirts, pants as your base, right? You can start with 5. If you go to a lot of events, right? You can do 10, but let's start with 5. Let's say you pull 5 dresses, 5 tops, 5 skirts, 5 pair of pants, or 5 skirts or pants, right? You want to switch it up though. And these are typically neutrals. And then you're going to just splash color mixed in with the neutral. So let's say this palette is warm. Well, maybe you want to throw in a leopard scarf or some red scarves, right? But what this does, it helps you moving forward because now when you're getting ready to go to work, you don't have to go through the entire closet. You've got your wardrobe capsule. It will save time, right? As you are preparing your morning because you've already done the work You've set aside these capsules, and these capsules, right, Emma, they can change. So you may have a wardrobe capsule for the spring. It
Oh
might
yeah, these are not. I'm glad that you said that, Linda, because a lot of people like they do the wardrobe capsule and then they're like, okay, this is what I have for the rest of my life. Sort of like, no, this is just, this can change by season, or if you find a new trend that you really like. This is just to kind of give you a basic grounding and platform, if you would.
absolutely. So
Yeah,
yes, switch it up for summer, switch it up for a, or you may have a wardrobe capsule just for your evening attire,
there you
right?
go.
That works too. That works too.
Or for your work attire or whatever you wear a lot. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. Now, I would be amiss if I did not leave out one of my favorite,
Leopard.
and that is leopard.
I
Yes,
thought of you just a couple of hours ago. I was at the supermarket. I see this little girl in a leopard top. I'm like, Linda would be proud of you. Like her mother starting her off right.
yes,
That
yes.
was funny.
This is what is so beautiful and magical about leopard. It is a neutral, ladies. It is a neutral, meaning you can wear it with anything. You can wear it with any other color, whether it's red or blue or gold or green, because any type of a neutral that you wear, you can mix and match it with other different colors. So I love leopard because especially as we mature, it just adds instant chic. It just does.
Mhm.
Like you put on something leopard, whether it's a little leopard hat or just some leopard gloves or leopard shoes or leopard top, it's just like instant chic.
Style.
There's a history, you know, behind leopard. Leopard was worn by kings and queens
Oh, I
and
didn't know that.
royalty. So yes,
Royal.
put in a little bit of leopard, put in a little bit of leopard, right? And to that wardrobe. Trust me, you will not be sorry. All right, it's time to talk about the
Time for the
girls.
boobies.
It's time to talk about the girls because, ladies, look at this first stat. 80% of women wear the wrong size bra. That
That's
probably
scary.
means you. That probably means you. Now, why does this happen? Why does this happen? First of all, this section is out of chapter 4. Why? Because as we mature, our breasts change, our breast size changes, right? The shape of our breast changes. And for most women, one breast is already a different size than the other. So don't think you are alone if you have one breast that is a little bit larger or a little bit smaller than the other. You are absolutely right along with most other women, right? But when we mature, we forget about this, right? And we're wearing the same bra that we wore right in our 20s or in
Oh.
30s, right? So what you must do is get a bra fitting. I would always recommend a professional bra fitting, right? And there's a post that I wrote about this on the Culture Curves blog, 5 must-have bras for a perfectly perky match, right? So if you want even more information, I would ask you to go to that post. But my goal for you is to do a professional bra fitting, right? And you should know that there are stores that, yes, offer this service for free. Macy's and Nordstrom and Lane Bryant and Soma and Dillard's. And speaking of Dillard's, like the Dillard's here, I'm in Ohio. They literally have like I think twice a year like bra parties. Like they literally have bra fitting parties. So yes, that is the goal is for you to have professional bra fitting. But you know what? We don't have to wait because we're going to do it right now, just so that you know like what your bra size is. And this is
Yeah.
so simple. This is easy.
Before you go, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Before you go on, I just wanted to make sure everybody is keeping an eye on the chat box here. I'm putting links in as Linda is talking about them, so you can click right on them for later. So I just want to put that out there to make sure everyone sees it.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So yes, yes, yes. Stay tuned to the chat because there are some great links in there. So the bra fitting, this is easy, right? 3 steps. 3 steps. One, get your tape measurement, measure your bust, the largest part of your bust, and it's preferably that you do this with a bra on. So put your bra on and measure around the absolute fullest part of your chest. That is going to give you a number
That's where your nipples are, right? For
right
the most
across
part,
your neck.
like across your nipples, like just to give people a place to look.
Yes, and just make
Okay.
sure that you have a bra on. right?
Yes.
Because that is going to give you the closest actual fit. All right. So whatever that number is, keep that number in mind, write that number down. All right. Let's say that number is a 44. All right. Let's say that number is a 44. Now you're going to measure your band size. Now, your band size is the area right underneath the bra area, right? Right underneath those cups, right? And actually, just a little clue, that's the smallest part of a woman's upper body, which is why dresses like unpaired dresses really highlight this area because you're going to put that tape measurement right around underneath where the cups are, right where your bandit is. You're going to take that measurement. All right. So make sure you have the tape under each arm and around the front. Now, what is that number? Let's say that number is a 40. My bust is a 44. The band size is a 40. I've got 44 and I've got 40. Part three, you're going to figure out your cup size. You're going to subtract the band size from the bust size. If your bust is a 44 and your band is a 40, that's 4. Look over in this chart. 4 inches equals D like David. That means you are a D. So you've got your bust size 44. Now you have your cup size D. You are a 44D. Ladies, is that simple? 1, 2, 3, bust size, band size. Subtract that band size from the bust size is going to give you your cup size. All right. So still, I always recommend going to get a professional bra fitting, but now you at least know approximately, right, what your bra size should be. And this is a pretty accurate way to measure your bust so that you will know what size bra to wear. And I just want to hear from you, like, were you surprised, like when you found out? Just from doing this little exercise, were you larger than you thought? Were you smaller than you thought? So, let us know. Let us know in the comments, in the Facebook group, in the chat. Just let us know whether or not this was maybe a surprise for you, because this is a surprise for most women. Because again, they haven't measured their bra right in years and years and years and years and years. So
Before I had kids, before I had the
exactly.
oh my God, that's a big all the time. Oh, I didn't wear the same bra as before I had 3 kids. I'm guessing you're slightly different, just a little bit,
Exactly.
teeny
But
bit.
you forget about that. You don't even think about that.
Ah,
Right?
goodness.
All right, on to the shoes, hats, and accessories, right? So this is important. First of all, I always give a shout out to Bagley Mishka. If you know that designer, they design a lot of evening wear and shoes for the red carpet. And I just always want to give them a shout out and thank them for allowing me to use one of their beautiful, beautiful shoes
Really is nice.
on the back cover of the book. This is their D'Orsay, and they're just fabulous. But this shoe recommends kitten heels, which we'll talk about in a moment. But the first thing I want to say to you is look at this stat. 88, 88%, 88% of women wear shoes that are too small. Again, that probably means you. Now, why? Why is this happening? Because there is no such thing as breaking in shoes, right? When you buy a pair of shoes, right? A lot of women, they're too small thinking, oh, but I got to have this size. They're so beautiful. Let me just wear them a while and break them
I'll
in.
make them fit.
Okay. And that is where those little toes are screaming.
So
Bunions
big.
are talking because those shoes are just too small. There should be no such thing as bringing in shoes. When you buy shoes and they fit, they should be comfortable from day one. So, how do you make that happen? You go get a professional foot fitting, a professional shoe fitting. Now, you can go to your athletic, right? Your athletic wear stores, right? Or any of your specialty shoe stores like Nordstrom's that have huge shoe departments, or Macy's or Dillard's. But keep in mind, you can go right into one of your athletic shoe stores and also get a professional shoe fitting, because again, just like your boobs, your feet, they really do change. The size of your feet change as you get older. right? They make it larger. Sometimes when we get more mature, what do? We tend to swell a bit. Sometimes we tend to swell, right? And so that affects our shoe size and that affects our ankles, right? And our shoes. So you want to be kind to those toes and those feet as you get older. So, professional shoe fitting, right? And I want to say a couple of words about kitten heels. So, kitten heels are typically about an inch and a half or smaller. Why do we love kitten heels? Because I don't know about you, but people know I'm 61. When I turned 50, these knees said
Yeah.
no stilettos.
And we're done with stilettos.
These knees.
Finito. We're done.
Yeah, no, 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 no longer do we do the stilettos. So kitten heels, I guarantee you, are going to be your best friend because guess what? Your legs will still look
Mm.
so sexy, so youthful in kitten heels. Again, typically about an inch and a half, but try them. You'll like them. Wasn't that
Just enough. Just
so?
enough. Yeah.
Yeah, just enough of a heel to be fabulous, but to also be kind on those knees. All right. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the importance of hats and scarves because often,
Actually, Linda, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Just something that I learned that I wanted to pass along to you ladies. When you are shoe shop, just a little kind of like hack. When you're shoe shopping, especially in the summer, right? Talk about like swelling feet, like sweating feet and whatever. It's amazing how much your feet swell in the summer. Like we don't realize it a lot of times we're in
that is,
sandals or what, right? So a
oh,
lot of times if you go shoe shopping, if you know that your feet swell like in the summer, walk around for a while, almost like make them swell, right? I hate to say that, but kind of. So then go to fitting. So that way you know that if your feet do swell, you're still good. So just something that I've learned that I wanted to pass along.
is to go shoe shopping like
Yeah.
later on in the day,
When you've been walking
the
around and
whole day
everything like
once you've
that.
been
Yeah.
walking around, so that you're not getting shoes that are too small.
Exactly. I just wanted to pass it along. There was like a little hack that I've discovered. It's like, oh,
No,
it's
that's
like if
true.
my feet, I know eventually my feet are going to swell, especially in the summer. So go shoe shopping when they're swollen.
And that is very true because it will save you a lot of money, right? From buying shoes that you think are going to fit. But you know
Hmm.
what? Especially if you're going out at night, those feet
Yeah.
might be a little bit swollen. You don't want to just
Yeah.
discard that beautiful brand new pair of shoes, right? So
Exactly. So just wanted to share that with everyone. It really helped
excellent,
me.
excellent
Yeah.
suggestion, Emma. Excellent.
Yeah.
Last section here is hats and scarves. I just want to say, oftentimes, look, you don't have to reinvent your wardrobe, right? A scarf can do wonders, right? It can totally reinvigorate your wardrobe, and a hat can do the same, right? So a hat with one outfit versus a hat or versus the outfit without the hat can totally change the way that outfit looks. So look, you're on a budget. You don't have to completely change the wardrobe, right? Or go out and buy all new clothes just to add some zest to it. Try a beautiful scarf, try a beautiful hat. Like people know I'm a hat person, so hats can do wonders. And don't think you're not a hat person. I hear too often from women like, "Oh, I can't wear hats." Like you can wear hats. You just need to find the right hat, right? For your face shape, for sometimes your hair color, but try it, try hats. They are, first of all, back, right? Back on trend because the runway shows for the last 2 years now featured what? Hats, hats, hats.
Lots of hats.
Yes, we saw that a lot. I know, Emma, you've been to many of the New York Fashion Week shows,
Oh yeah.
hats everywhere, right?
Not only hats, but just head pieces in general.
Right.
Like actual hats, but also I've seen like kind of like how do I describe it? Not like a scarf, but just something like a veil, but like in a modern way,
Mhm.
like with little jewels or so just headpieces in general, whether they're actual hats or just like head decor sort of thing. Those are really, really coming back.
You're right. I've seen that
Yeah.
too. Just
So not
beautiful.
just like if you really feel you don't want to do, okay, but like a little, something that goes across your forehead and, a little jazz like that.
Right, right. I mean, that is absolutely true. Absolutely true. But oh my gosh, I love, love, love hats. I typically don't even go out in the wintertime without a hat on.
Should
And
have
even,
been born. I'm telling you, I've said this before. You should have been born in like 1910, 20, something like that, when
I know,
women would never dream. Even you go to the, store. I have the hat. I have the hat on.
I know, I do. Even in the
You
summertime,
missed your decade.
I wear hats. I wear hats. I love them. I love
Yes.
them. So think about hats. Now, on to, oh my gosh, jeans, right? Jeans. This is out of chapter 6 now. We are going to show you how to get the perfect pair of jeans. And we know that this is an issue, especially for women like me, because I am very hippie, right? So it is rare when I can find a pair of jeans. They have to be large enough to go over these hips. But then what happens? There's like 10 inches of gap in the waist, right? So I want you all to think about 4 different criteria to getting you to the perfect pair of jeans. One is cut, right? How is the jean cut? Boot cut, skinny leg, right? Straight leg, wide leg, flare leg, boyfriend jeans, mom jeans. And just so you know, if you're wondering and you don't know which one would look best on you, go back to the area to the slide that talked about what your body shape is, because there are certain jeans that are cut better for different body shapes. But if you want to know the one cut that is like universally flattering to everybody, is the boot cut. So if you're not sure, go with a boot cut, and you'll find the boot cut in most stores that carry jeans, because it is the one cut that is going to flatter your leg regardless of your body shape. Now, I have a few additional resources for you if you're interested in really learning more about how do you find, what that perfect jean is. And that is WikiHow. It really helps you to measure your inseam. And then one of my posts, right? So, 4 simple steps to finding the perfect plus size jeans, right? So we know about cut. What about rise? Like, rise is the distance between the crotch and the top of the waistband. Now, long ago, I have had to give up wearing like low rise jeans, right? So typically, you want to consider mid rise, or especially if you have a bigger butt, high rise jeans, because they're more likely to go over the butt area. All right. So mid rise or high rise jeans. And let's talk about the wash. Typically, you'll see an acid wash or a stone wash or a dark wash or a medium wash or a light wash. This pertains to the color of the jean. And just so you know, typically a lighter jean usually means a little bit more casual. If you want to maybe dress up the jean a bit, typically you'll see darker wash jeans that are used for like maybe going out, or if you want to dress up that jean, use a dark wash. Now, how comfortable are these jeans going to be for you? Some of us like 100% cotton, but others like me, I've got to have my stretch. So the spandex and lycra
Me
percentage
too.
will really make every difference. Like you're like that too. Emma's like, I gotta have a little bit of.
I can't. Oh my gosh! The last time I wore jeans without either spandex like or something, forever ago. So unyielding and just no, no, no.
More is more. It's more.
It
It's
just felt it was like I couldn't move in them. I get, plus size or not. I mean, it's just
I
no.
know it's just more comfortable, right? And so
Yes.
what
Oh,
you
so much fun.
wanted to consider is that typically between 1 to 4% is what you're going to find as the spandex or lycra percentage in jeans. And of course, the higher the spandex, the more stretch the jean will have. Once you start getting into 9% lycra or 10% lycra, those are your jeggings, right? Those
Yeah,
are
those aren't really
literally
true jeans.
a mix between a jean and a legging, but typically look for 1 to 4%. And again, the higher the percentage, the more flexibility you're going to have in that jean. But look at these 4 issues here: cut, rise, wash, and spandex will help you. And then also, I was pleased to contribute to an article on the Today Show.com, Best Jeans for Mature Women. Thank you so much for your help in that, Emma. But
You're welcome.
definitely go to this article here, because it also provides even more information specifically uh, for jeans for mature women. So check out that todayshow.com article and again, get even more information on the rise in the cut and the wash and spandex and even more. We actually give you some examples of what kinds of jeans you might want to wear based on where you're going, right? And
Mhm.
what your day is going to be like. Now, we don't want to forget our petite women and our tall women, right? So, because that's important too. So, if you're looking for stores that carry specifically petites or talls and jeans, Macy's, Lane Bryant, Torrid, Chico are just four. I know there are others that also carry, and Taylor carries a lot of petite and tall sizes, but these in particular, you want to check out for your petite and tall uh, ladies. All right. All right. So jeans, got it covered. Now. So the skincare, right? So want to do a quick little giveaway. I developed a 40-page self-care ebook, right? Because this is about more than just clothes and makeup and hair. This is about loving what you see in the mirror, right? So we want to be able to embrace who we are as we are on our journey to wherever, right? So I want to be clear about this. You can be on a journey towards losing weight, you can be on a journey towards self empowerment. I still want you to love what you look in the mirror while you're on that journey, right? Because as I always say, it's about love. Nothing good starts with hate. So I want you to love your body, right? Love your body enough to change it. Love yourself enough to
Give yourself a
change.
hug.
Yeah, just give yourself a hug. Yes, yes, yes. And this is a 40-page book that will help you do that. So I want you to put into the post, right, on the Facebook page or whenever you get a chance to put into the chat, how many skincare products should be in your anti-aging regimen, right? So the first person either in the post or in the chat that puts the correct number, you're going to get this free 40-page self-love book. All right, all right, all right. So, all right, all right, all right. So what do we have here? What do we have? We have eight, right? So skincare is going to include sunscreen, cleansers, toners, exfoliators, or masks, your serums, your moisturizers, your eye creams, your lip care, right? Now, that seems like a lot, but you're not doing it necessarily every single day, right? Your moisturizer, we know that's day and night. Some of these you're going to be applying twice a day. So the moisturizer, oh my gosh, that is key to good skincare, whether you are in your 20s, right, or in your 80s. So the moisturizers are important day and night. Your sunscreen. Now look, no one can escape the sun's rays. It doesn't matter your complexion or how much melanin you have in your skin. You have to protect your skin from the sun's rays. And as I was doing this research, I found out that clouds do not erase the sun's rays. Like, how many people knew that? I had no
That
idea.
is still there.
Right, it's still
You can
there.
still get a tan or burn, whatever, when it is cloudy as anything. You can't see a bit of sun, it's still there.
Isn't that amazing? Like,
Yeah, and also melon because I used to work at Sephora for 10 years and I have my aesthetics license. Just a little something you talked about, like no matter your melanin and everything, no matter what kind of, what dark, light, whatever, it's such a huge myth, like darker skin. Oh no, I don't need sunscreen. Yes, you do. Because God forbid, I'm not a dermatologist or anything. I'm just saying from experience, if God forbid you were to get skin cancer or something like that, it would show up on me a lot sooner than it would show up on someone who's a lot darker.
mhm.
So don't think because you're darker, you're immune to that. And a little tip that I found at Sephora too is sunscreen for darker skin. People like, oh, it gives me ashy, whatever. I hate that. All you gotta do, warm it up. Warm it up for a minute or so
Mm,
and go like this. The ashiness,
good
white cast,
idea.
gone. FYI.
That is
That
a
was the biggest pushback that I got for sunscreen. Oh, it gives me this white cast. Somehow, not sure how the science works, but you massage it in, like kind of warm it up, put it on, no problem.
did
So
everybody
just
hear
wanted
that?
to say
So
that.
warm up that
Yep.
sunscreen and that will
All of a
produce
sudden,
that white
ashiness is gone.
down. All right. So no excuse, people, no
No
excuse.
excuse.
Sunscreen. Now, serums, why do we love serums? Because typically they have a higher concentration of ingredients, right? So I love serums because I cannot have any product with oil on it on my face. So I happen to love serums. So keep in mind they're going to have a higher concentration of ingredients, and you want to put them on definitely before you put on the moisturizer. And oftentimes the moisturizer will help to really embed that serum into the skin. All
And
right.
vice versa, actually, on that night. You talk about the moisturizing beds of serum, and vice versa. The serum actually pulls the moisturizer deeper into the skin. So they're best buds.
So make sure you use them both. Use
Yeah.
them both. Okay. Serums and moisturizers. Now, we don't want to forget about exfoliators or masks, right? So this is something that you might want to do maybe once or twice a week because you can clean your skin every day and still not have that deep clean that you need on a regular basis. So just because you clean your skin every day doesn't mean that at least weekly you don't need like that really great deep cleaning. I mean, think about when you're cleaning your carpet, right? I mean, you can definitely vacuum, but every so often you need to have that deep cleaning machine that really gets up the embedded dirt into your carpet. Same thing with your skin, right? It may look clean, right? But doesn't mean that there's not dirt in those pores. So the mask and the exfoliators are excellent. And eye cream, what I want to say to you all, please, please, please use a different product for your eyes than you do for the rest of your face. Why? Because your eye area is so sensitive, right? And you want to use products especially made for the eyes. Because oftentimes, if you look at your moisturizer or your serum and you read the ingredients or you read the directions, it will say do not use around the eye area.
There's
That's
a
why
reason.
you, yes, that's why you need a product specifically for the eyes because that area is particularly sensitive. So make sure you're buying an additional product. It'll be worth it. Your eyes will thank you. All right.
I've
Now,
always noticed too, sorry to jump at just a little note, a way that you can, know for sure that, a facial product should not be around the eyes if you start to get milia, like those little white dots that look like pimples, but you can't like it's not pimples, you can't get anything out. That means that the product is too like rich around the eyes or something like that. So that just a little guide, it's like if you're like, oh, face cream is fine around the eyes, you start to get those. Nope. Yeah. So just a
keep
little
that
way
in
to measure.
mind. Keep that in mind. That's why it's so important to try to use
Mm,
a different product, right? You don't want the opposite to happen. You want for the product to enliven your eyes, right? You don't want to have any type of sensitivity or reaction. Now, I don't want us to forget about our lips because as we mature, our lips get smaller and they get drier. All right. So we've heard about moisturizers. And by the way, before I even put on my lipstick, I use a moisturizer. And especially in the last, I would say 5 years, when they introduced the matte lipsticks, they're beautiful, but they are very drying. So make sure that you are using a moisturizer on your lips before you put on the lipstick, whether it's a matte or a shiny lipstick, because it's going to infuse additional moisture into those lips. And primers, right? A primer will help keep your lipstick on a lot longer. And don't forget about the scrubs because just like our skin on our face, right? We have skin that shed, the skin on our lips shed too. So that those scrubs are just going to be a really great way to keep that pucker soft and moist. We want to keep those lips soft and moist
kissable.
and kissable, absolutely kissable.
Kissable lip.
So lip scrub, lip moisturizer, lip primer. All right. Keep those lips lovable.
Mm.
And the makeup. Now we know as we mature again, we want to make sure we're using the right makeup. This is so important because too often, right, when we wear the wrong makeup, we do the opposite. We have the opposite effect, right? It looks caked on our skin or it brings out the wrinkles. That's a no-no, right? So remember what I said earlier about finding your undertone, because when you find the undertone and you use a cosmetic, a foundation that incorporates your undertone and your skin tone, you're going to avoid using makeup that maybe turns ashy later on, or maybe it looks okay when you first put it on, but an hour later it turns orange. That's because the makeup wasn't chosen for your undertone and your skin tone. And next, my little secret to keeping my makeup fresh all day, because I don't have to retouch my makeup throughout the day. That's because I use oftentimes a primer, not every day, but typically for special occasions, I'll use a primer on my face. But the key, the real key is powder. And I remember, I don't know if you remember this, Emma, but maybe 5, 10 years ago, they were saying if you were mature, like don't use powder on your face, it's going to sink into your lines.
Yeah, which, to be fair, can be true if you use the wrong one.
Well, that's
Yeah,
just it. If you
you
use
can.
the
It's
wrong
got
powder,
some truth to it. Yes,
if you use the wrong powder, we
yes.
don't want to use
Avoid talc. The
all
main
the
thing is you want
wrong.
to avoid talc.
Right.
Yeah,
We don't want to use any of the wrong makeup. So
yeah.
that can be true if you use the wrong powder. That's why it is so important to use a powder, right? That is as fine as possible, right? That's silky in texture so that it's literally smoothing out your skin instead of settling
Mm,
into your wrinkles. That was the old powder that they used to make, and like you said, it had a lot of talc in it.
mm.
No, the powders today are wonderful in that they can really revive the look of the makeup. So the foundation and the powder, and sometimes I don't even use foundation. Sometimes I will just use the moisturizer on my face. I'll put on powder and I'm good to go. So the powder
And
is
very little, just dusting. A lot of, like, the old way is like caking on the powder. Oh God, no. Even
right.
if it doesn't have talc, that's too much. Fluffy powder brush, light dust, like a finishing. No caking, ladies, please.
No caking.
No.
No,
Even without talc, it's
leave
gonna
the
go in.
cake for
No,
the
too
leaves the
much.
cake for the kitchen.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay?
Leave the cake for the kitchen.
That's right. That's right. And again, I mentioned lipstick because it's important to make sure that if you have a primer, use a primer, but the moisturizer, I cannot stress that enough. Please try not to put lipstick on a naked lip. And here is my secret to keeping my lipstick on all day. Oftentimes people will go out with me, whether it's out to dinner or at an event, and they see me eat and they wonder like how do you still have on your lipstick? And I saw that you ate, you ate a meal like I did, and here I am with no lipstick on, and your lipstick looks like perfect. It is. Here it is. Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. Put your lip liner all over the lip. Don't just rather line the outline of the lip. Put the lip liner on the entire lip, right? So line the entire lip and then smack your lips together and then put on your lipstick. All right. So line the entire lip with your lip liner and then put on your lipstick. It will be on all day. Got it? All right. All right.
Got
All right.
it.
Now, before we move on, I just want to say a couple words about eyebrows. Now, ladies, this is one of the reasons why I really don't like the idea of permanent
Oh,
eyebrow makeup, especially when you are young.
bad
Because guess
idea.
what? Just like your boobs and just like your feet, your face shape will change as you mature, right? The symmetry of your face literally changes as you age. So if you were getting permanent eyebrows, right, when you were a younger woman and now you're in your 50s and your face shape has changed, you might look a little interesting. All right.
Interesting. Let's go with
Yes,
that.
I look a little interesting. So please, if at all possible, stay away from the permanent eye makeup and just make sure though that you do pay attention to the eyebrows because they frame the entire face. So make sure you're using like you have a great eyebrow routine, whether you're using a pencil or powder, just make sure you keep those eyebrows shaped because they really do frame the face. All
I have
right.
to say too, even before you go on, Linda, it really is worth whatever money you're going to spend to go to a professional to have them threaded, waxed, whatever, because no matter how well you know your face and everything, it is different when someone's looking at you
Yes.
versus you just in the mirror, whatever. Trust me, even if you think you're, oh, I know it, and ready to pluck, 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 it, it's a different perspective. So especially for like a special occasion or something, go to an esthetician, get them professionally done.
It's worth it.
Yep.
It's worth it. And you'll notice the difference too.
Oh yeah.
You'll notice the difference. All right. So we're in winter, right? So you might have been wondering, like, oh my gosh, I just went shopping, right? For the holidays and I saw a lot of green and I saw a lot of caramel. Well, these are two of the hottest colors of the season. These colors are on trend. So if you want to be on trend, pick up something in this leafy green shade, which is fern green, right? And we've seen it in fashions from coats to boots. So literally, it was like truly like one of the darlings of the
Mhm.
runways for fall 2024. And then it's just really this warm, beautiful color. And then the other color was called tomato green. I'm sorry, tomato cream, even though it really doesn't look like tomato cream. It's actually a rich caramel color, but it's just called tomato cream. But if you look at it in the stores, you'll see it's more of this brown hue, so rich looking, so beautiful, so sophisticated. And again, we saw it in everything from skirts to handbags. And I'm wearing one of my favorite hats from Lulu's in fern green. So if you want to be on trend a little bit, again, you don't have to be head to toe fern or head to toe tomato cream. Just, add a piece. Maybe it's in a bag or a pair of shoes or a hat, right? Or a skirt. But for those of you who are wanting to be on trend, try a little green and try a little tomato cream. All right. Now, we just finished New York Fashion Week in September. And so New York Fashion Week 2024, 2025 really debuts what you're going to see in stores in the spring. So I'm giving you a sneak preview of what is ahead for the fashion industry. So when you walk into those stores in March and sometimes in February, as early as February and March and April, you are going to see these trends. How about polka dots? Polka dots have been back really for a couple of years, but they're not going anywhere. Polka dots
Mhm.
are not going anywhere. So you're going to see polka dots. Oh, and near and dear to my heart, leopard is still going to be in fashion.
Linda, just admit it. You bribe the designers, you threaten them, bribe them, whatever, to have leopards. Can you just admit it for once? Come on.
Like, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. My love for my
That's my personal feeling. I think
yeah,
she bribes them
just
to have it every
right,
year.
right, right on the money, right on the money.
It's like, I'll
Oh,
slip you a 50 if you do another one.
and right. And denim, but this is not going to be your old-fashioned denim, right? This is going to be denim that includes designs like this is Diane Liston, one of my designer friends in Cleveland. This is one of her denim designs, and this is what you're going to see. You're going to see avant-garde denim. You're going to see denim with fringe. You're going to see denim with rhinestones, right? It's not going to be the old-fashioned denim. So look out for some fabulous, fabulous denim designs as we head into spring 2025. And back is black and white, but not your typical just white shirt and black skirt. These are going to be like super bold black and white designs, like your geometric designs, again, your polka dots. So be on the lookout for these beautiful black and white designs that you're going to see in the stores. And all the fringe. I hope you like fringe because there's going to be fringe everywhere. There's going to be fringe on purses. There's going to be fringe on cowboy boots. There's going to be fringe on vests and pants and jackets and clothes. So get ready for fringe. How do you feel about fringe, Emma?
I just have to get dressed after I leave the house because I have cats.
Oh,
Other than that, I love French. I just have to proceed with caution. Otherwise, they will attack and destroy my. They're like, oh, toy.
challenging.
Other than that, I love French.
Maybe a little challenging. You're right. You're
It's not
right.
felines. Proceed with caution.
Yes, but ladies, get ready. Get ready. Fringe everywhere, everywhere. So another giveaway. I'm going to give away a free copy of my book, The Culture Curves Guide to Style for Mature Curvy Women. And again, into the first one that includes their the age, and then we'll see who's the oldest. If you put it either in the chat or if you put it into the post in the Facebook group, we will be looking out to determine who is the oldest. You're going to get a copy of the book. And just for joining the webinar, you're going to get my free guide to 25 plus size friendly stores. And so these are stores that you probably haven't heard of, right? There'll be maybe a few of your favorites, but I really like being able to cultivate stores that are curve friendly that you may not even know about. So you'll be able to download the store list from either the QR code or from the bit.ly link. So that is just like my little freebie for you. And I have a special price on the book, right? Just for the holidays, instead of $30, is at a special price of $22 and free shipping. And free shipping. That is the Culture Curves Guide to Style for Mature Curvy Women. And at $22, there's the link culturecurves.com/the book. And then I also have this Culture Curves self-love workbook that we talked about earlier. So if any of you buy the book today, if you buy the book today, we will gift you a copy of the self-love workbook. This is just the season of giving, so you will be able to get the self-love workbook if you buy the book today. And for those of you who would like to contact me, you can do so. Just a reminder, this is everything you get in the book. There's 11 chapters, right? Over 200 photos of curvy bodies. We love curvy bodies. I wanted to showcase curvy bodies. So there's over 200 photos in the book. But again, how to advise, what do you wear, right? How do you wear it? Where can you find, right? Whether it's a plus size swimsuit or those large extra wide calf boots like me. I have an extra wide calf. We know this is boot season. Where do you go to truly find wide calf boots? There's a list of over 300 curve-friendly retail stores in the back of this book, along with these 11 chapters. Again, makeup. Oh, we didn't even talk about lingerie. Look, we want to be sexy too, right? So where do you go for lingerie? Or maybe you just want a comfy pair of PJs, right? And then outfits. How do you put together an outfit? How do you find, right, your body shape? How do you find the best colors for your outfits? But that's not it, because again, we want everybody to be in a place where they love what they see when they look in the mirror. And so there's an entire section in the back of essays that I wrote and affirmations so that you are in a place where you are self-accepting of who you are as you move towards your journey in life. All right. And so this is how you can reach out to me. I give body positivity workshops all over the country, all over the world. Actually, I've been to places from Jamaica to St. Martin, giving these workshops that really talk about, yes, style and fashion, but also body positivity, self-love, self-acceptance. And so you can reach me at linda@culturecurves.com. Follow me, please, on Instagram if you want to just know more about me and my story and fashion and my life and what I'm doing from day to day. Culture
How
Curves, the
much
number
leopard
one.
you wearing every day?
I'm sorry.
How much leopard she's wearing that day?
How much? Yes, how much lip?
Most importantly, what leopard is Linda wearing today?
Yes, how much lip I'm wearing?
Leopard Linda.
Absolutely. And then please be a part of our family. the Facebook group Culture Curve Stylish Living rather for curvy women. You can join the Facebook group if you have not already joined. It is totally free to join. So come in and be a part of a group where I want you to participate. It's not just about me. I want you to be able to show the world who you are and what you do, and everything from asking questions about style to showcasing your favorite hat or your favorite leopard outfit. It is truly a community of women, and we just want to be able to support and help each other. And I want to thank all of you for hopping on today. If you have questions, you can place them, especially just create a post in the Facebook group. Feel free to ask your questions in the Facebook group or in the chat, and just let us know. Let me know like how I can help you. I'm going to stop sharing, and just let us know. Let us know how uh, I I can help you. All right. So, Emma, you've got a couple of questions.
I don't know if this just used to be or kind of still is. I would always like over 50, all of a sudden women like cut their hair short. I mean, you don't necessarily, and I don't, but is that what did that come from? And would you still recommend it? Like, why is that more prevalent for women over 50 to have shorter hair?
Well, I think it comes from tradition, right? So there was this what I call a misnomer, that once you become mature, once you reach the age of 40, that to be taken more seriously, that you have to have shorter hair. But it
Hmm.
also feeds into this idea that, so because for many years we saw longer hair as being, sexy, and once you become mature, or this woman after 40, you don't really want to embrace, right, your sexiness, so you cut your hair short, or you cut your hair shorter, but short hair can be just as sexy as long hair,
Hmm.
right?
I
But I,
always wondered that. I'm like,
but I think it came from this idea that, it's you want to be taken more seriously somehow with shorter hair. And Carolina Herrera made a famous statement a few years back, and she said, if you're over 40, or if you're over 30, you shouldn't wear jeans. If you're over 40, you shouldn't have long hair. And
what?
she was really taken to the carpet for that statement, because it's a
On what planet?
antiquated view of women, because we can look sexy. It doesn't matter if we have long hair or short hair. We're going to wear jeans at any age. But I think there's this idea that, oh, you're over 40, you need to be taken seriously, so you need short hair. And that's just not true. I've owned a business for 16 years, and I'm taken quite seriously in my business. And I have long hair, so it's antiquated, it's outdated,
Hmm.
and it's not something that I recommend, because I see women now who are rocking hair that's long as well as short, and there's no one way that's better than the other. It should be about individual preference and how it makes you feel and how you look wearing it. Like, if you look better in shorter hair, cut your hair short. If you look better in longer hair, wear your hair long. But to me, there is not any type of definer in terms of age as to when you should decide to cut your hair short, if you decided it at all. Because again, there are women with long hair. And even when we look at, Hollywood, that's changing too, because we have women who are older who, have longer hair, who, decided not to cut their hair off. So I think it's just antiquated. It's just an outdated way of to me, just trying to place women in a box, right? And so often that happens. And we always want to push against that.
Okay. And
Great question.
yeah, my second question is, are there any style trends or outfit types or whatever that you would absolutely, positively, no doubt, never wear over a certain age? Like, are there any like hard and fast, never? I know everything's about personal choice and whatever, but in your opinion as a style expert, what would you never wear over 50?
I would probably never wear like a super short mini skirt.
Okay.
I would never wear a super short mini skirt.
So no Daisy Duke shorts or anything.
or like, oh, I'm sorry,
Daisy Duke shorts.
the Daisy Duke shorts, the booty shorts, right? Yeah, wouldn't wear the booty shorts, wouldn't wear the Daisy Duke shorts, wouldn't wear like a super short mini skirt. That's just like that to me to to me the super short mini skirt maybe sometimes signifies something that you don't want it to. So that's to me that's just a no-no. Now it's interesting because some people are saying you shouldn't wear like a bustier, but I've seen women rocking bustiers that are in their 50s and 60s and they look fabulous. So the bustier is fine, but if I had to really like think about the one item that I would say, no, it would probably be the, the super short, the mini skirt. I would give that a no. But it,
Okay.
it makes me think about it makes me think about shapewear, right? You have me think about shapewear when I think about things that people should do or shouldn't do. I too am all about obviously embracing your body, but I'm from the old school, and I know that shapewear can totally affect how well a garment looks on your body. So I'm a shapewear. I'm all about wearing shapewear if it's going to smooth your appearance underneath that dress or that skirt. So I'm a shapewear person. They're making a lot more shapewear now than they did before. Before it was the old tight girdle. Now they have Spanx and
Corset whalebone.
right, and
Touch with me.
they have snags and they have
Oh,
so many other brands now that make, really great shapewear. Even your major labels, your Hanes and your Legs, they make shapewear. So I'm a shapewear person. I just think it enhances your appearance, especially when you are wearing like the bodycon dresses,
fitted.
or
Yeah,
the tightly fitted dresses. It's just you look better. To me, you're going to look better. So yeah.
fair enough. So no booty shorts, ladies. Daisy Dukes.
I wouldn't
Well,
know.
I brought it up because I will never forget. I'm still going through therapy for this. When I lived in Boston on the train, or they call it T, there was a woman who she had a good body, don't get me wrong, but she was wearing shorts that Daisy Duke would say were too short,
Wow.
a dog collar,
Okay.
and her hair was all gray.
Okay.
Did I mention she was also wearing pigtails?
Okay.
Hmm.
Well,
I mean, I'm all for personal expression. I was just like, mm. I don't think God meant Daisy Duke shorts and a dog collar. I think that's in the Bible somewhere. I really do.
people
Gray hair, Daisy Dukes. No.
people have different ways of expressing their individuality, which
Oh my gosh.
I can support that. But in my opinion, there are just some things that need to be left in your youth.
So no
There's
dog collars.
that need to be left in the youth. Yeah, the dog collars and the Daisy Dukes for me need to be left. They need to be left. And there are other things that need to be left in the 70s and the 80s. Like I'm not a big fan,
No matter how old you are.
of the huge, like the huge frosted.
Oh, that's another thing, like the heavy frosted, glittery something.
Yeah,
I
so
think
something
also it makes women like if we do wear that and we're I hate to say too old, but there it is. It makes us look older because it looks like we're
trying too
trying
hard,
so
right?
hard
Like
to be tall.
trying too
And that
hard.
has the opposite effect, right? Is that just me?
Yeah, like we're trying too hard.
Like you see someone who was like 70, 80 wearing this heavy glitter or something. It's like, who do you think you are? Like, you going to a club tonight? Like, seriously? It looks like they don't embrace themselves. It looks like they don't accept. It looks like they're trying so hard and failing
I think
to do.
actually the older you get, the more natural you want to become because I think it showcases your beauty more. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we're
And the dog collars.
at no dog
Leave it
collars.
at that.
So I want to thank everybody for hopping on. We're beyond the hour. So great questions. I'm glad you were able to get those in, Emma. So I
Yes.
want to thank everybody again. I want to thank everybody all year. This is really an opportunity for me to thank all of my Culture Curse community, everybody who wrote me an email, who liked a post, who commented, who sent me, encouragement. who even didn't send me encouragement because it all helps me. And I want to thank all of you. I want to thank you, Emma. This is, you've been with me for 3 years and you've been just such a great support system. And to
Okay.
my entire Culture Curves family, thank you so much. We're going to go and make it even better we're going to go into.
2025.
That's
Woo!
right. And be even better and just embrace. I just want to leave you with, my gosh, just you're here, right? With everything we've been through here, with all of the experiences, all of the trauma that some of us have been through,
We're here.
we are here, right? We are here. And so celebrate that, and look forward to, hopefully the years ahead being even better than the ones that you have behind you. And thank you again. Again, my name is Linda Peavy. I am the founder of Culture Curves and author of the Culture Curves Guide to Style for Mature Curvy Women, and creator of the Culture Curves blog and platform, saying thank you, bless you, have a safe evening, and I hope to see you soon on one of the Culture Curves platforms. Thank you so much. And thank you, Emma. And God bless you all. Bye bye. Have a safe evening.